Vermilion High School is your home tonight of tonight's WEOL Cage matchup. And we've got a great basketball game coming at you for this cold, wintry Tuesday night. But it's a hot night here at Vermilion High School. We've got the Vermilion Sailors and the Open Door Patriots. Again, a clash that should be really entertaining here on the all-new WEOL and on the Chronicle Telegram's YouTube channel. Michael Keefe, and I'm losing my mind.
We're going to call me Jared Kozar.
No. I was watching a thing that happened over here, and I got distracted with the warm-ups, and it's not even on the screen.
Michael,
sorry,
as much as I would...
around, somebody took one off the face, and it totally threw me off. Jared Kozar's here. We got Dave Rydell running the camera. But now we're back into it.
As much as I might like to be somebody else, I can't let you do that to me this early in the broadcast.
Listen, I only want you to be who you are, Jared Kozar, and it's a name I can't forget. But yeah, look, they're going to see right here. I'm over here paying attention to this stuff. We should be talking. But Jared, two teams off to a very different start from one another. Vermilion off to a really hot start to their season. Kurt Habermill and his boys are playing really good basketball to get things going.
Certainly caught up with Kurt before the game, and he was pretty happy about the exciting start that he and his ball club have gotten off to. And again, a lot of action before Christmas. They're still pretty loaded in terms of what they've got coming on. Even throughout the month of December, we'll be back here in just over a week for an exciting matchup, non-conference-wise, as they take on the Firelands Falcons. But yes, the Vermilion Sailors off to a great start. The story not quite the same over in Elyria Township, where the folks at Open Door and Alan Januzzi just struggling to get numbers out there right now, I think, that can produce for them on a consistent basis. Alan's teams always do a better job after the holidays, I think, historically. Always important for them to play Lorain County teams. That's a big thing for them. So this is an important matchup. If for no other reason, it's local. You get a good crowd behind you. It's the right time of year.
Alan Januzzi, a veteran coach, guy that knows what he's doing. His team, his Open Door team, still looking for their first victory of the season. We do want to give a shout-out to our sponsors as we get things going here tonight on the Cage matchup. Want to give a shout-out to Nick Abraham Buick GMC and Nick Abraham Elyria Ford at Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. Lorain County Community College, real education for good jobs. The Lorain Medina Rural Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy partner, and Eco Tree Services, your complete tree care company. And Jared, again, two guys that have been going at it for a while here in Kurt Habermill for Vermilion and Coach Januzzi over here for Open Door. Like you said, what do you think makes that when a team is either better before or after the break, before or after the holiday, all that stuff? What do you think makes that happen? You mentioned it for Open Door.
I think for Open Door, it might be a matter of routine. Maybe they get some time in the gym over the holidays and figure out what they're going to do and how their teams will be constructed. For Vermilion, just to ride the hot hand, you have to do a fast start, and you want to keep that momentum going. So I think for Kurt Habermill and company, the worst thing that they can think about right now is Christmas break. But we talked to Kurt. He said he was looking forward to maybe a few days out of the gym and out of the high school over the holidays. His words, not ours, but I think he'll be itching to get back in as soon as possible. Alan Januzzi, the holidays are always special to him. They've been about family. They've been about tradition. And again, maybe that routine is what he needs in order to get his guys on track. And as you said, get the first win of the campaign.
Well, again, 0-3 for Open Door. There are 3 losses to Independence, to Oberlin, and to St. Paul. That's the common loss, as St. Paul also took down this Vermilion Sailors team. But other than that, Vermilion has taken down Clearview in a thrilling 2-overtime game to start their year. And then Norwalk, Western Reserve, and Edison, they got wins over all of them. And so it's been a great start for the Vermilion Sailors. We're going to take a quick break here on the pregame show. We're going to let them play the anthem, and when we come back, it'll be time for tip-off. It's Vermilion, and it's Open Door, and it's coming up next on WEOL and the Chronicle Telegram YouTube page.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy.
This month, get 0% on all 2025 Ford F-150s, including Lightning, regular cabs, super cabs, and Super Duties, plus all Explorers and Escapes.
Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. We've helped thousands of people just like you match skills and experience with a career. We can help you train for a career that is in demand right now. You can even work in your field while taking classes. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, Cavs radio voice. Recently, we had some trees removed. So again, singing the praises of EcoTree Services. In a few hours, EcoTree had removed the unsightly trees, cleaned the debris, and opened the area for a new fence. I can't say enough good things about the people at EcoTree. I've used them several times, always thrilled with their work. If you have trees that require pruning or need to be removed, contact EcoTree, a local business that deserves your business. They've earned mine. Go to ecotreeservices.com.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we offer the greatest customer experience around, plus upfront, no haggle pricing and great deals. Right now, lease the 2025 GMC Sierra for just $339 a month. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
And welcome back into Vermilion High School, where we are set for tip-off. The Open Door Patriots, the Vermilion Sailors, will be clashing. Vermilion looking for their 5th win of the season. Open Door looking for their first. Michael Keefe, Jared Kozar, Dave Rydell on the camera here from Vermilion High School. Let's set these starting lineups, and let's do it as they do it here for Open Door. They are going to be led out there. Their premier player, their guard, number 1 6-foot junior, is Braden Bendick, averaging 24 points per game. The question is, where is it going to come anywhere else for this Open Door team? Elsewhere in the backcourt, number 3 guard, 5'3" senior Nikos Poulios, and number 13 guard, freshman, 5'1", Liam Coughlin. Their front court is the number 2 junior, 6'2" forward Titus Hanrahan, and number 11, 6'1" junior Zane Patton. On the other side of things for Vermilion, their starting lineup goes like this. Their guards in the backcourt, Noah Penton, number 2. He is a 5'6" junior. Number 22, Adam Gerber, is a 6-foot guard. He's a senior. Mason Cooper is a 6'2" guard. He's a junior. And then in the front court, Noah Penton. You just heard Noah Penton's name. Brock Myers is their leading scorer, 17 points a game. The senior, 6'4". And number 42, the junior forward, Drake Hooks. And Drake Hooks, 6'4". He runs kind of a center position. Doesn't score a lot, but he's big on defense and big on rebounds. And so it's a deeper Vermilion side. Again, you look at kind of the stats all over the place. They're more spread out a little bit. Again, you've got your leading scorer in Brock Myers, but lots of guys contributing over here on the Vermilion side. And it's kind of what you talked about as far as the numbers, Jared. On the Open Door side, you've got Braden Bendick putting up 24 points a game, 6 rebounds a game, 7 assists a game. He is doing everything for this Open Door team. It's just, where is the help going to come from on that squad?
Yeah, it's a pretty familiar name to those in our area, the Bendick name. Long story tradition of athletics. Again, just needs a little bit of help, and maybe some continuity comes with a few days off around break that you can, focus a little bit more on hoops. School will be out for a few days, and everybody needs that once in a while.
Well, the Open Door Patriots, led by their head coach, Alan Januzzi, and Vermilion, led by their head coach, Kurt Habermel, as they take the court, and we are getting ready for tip-off here from Vermilion. As again, it's the red-hot Vermilion Sailors taking on the Open Door Patriots. Vermilion will control the toss, and they'll get the ball to Noah Penton, who will bring the ball across the timeline. So here comes Vermilion. Open Door starts in a 2-3 zone as Vermilion passes it around the arc. They get it to the inside, and up and in, and one. Brock Myers gets things going right off the bat. He has been their best scorer on the year. They found him early. He converts, and he's going to have a free throw coming. So immediately Open Door shows a 2-3 look, and immediately Vermilion attacks it as the free throw is up and no good. And Open Door controls it. Here is number 1, Braden Bendick. Again, he's been the prime player for the Patriots. Bendick dribbles out near the logo. Now he'll swing it around the arc as Open Door fights this man defense. Bendick has the ball again. He dribbles left. He goes into the lane. He gets tied up. And Bendick is going to shoot 2 free throws of his own. 7:27 to go here in the first quarter. 2-0. Vermilion has the lead.
Vermilion foul on number 22, Adam Gerber. That's his first, team first.
Bendick steps to the line again, averaging 24 points per game, the junior. As he made a nice aggressive move on the left side there to get into the lane. Got fouled. And they called the foul.
It one went on Adam Gerber.
Yep, on Gerber. First attempt was up and no good. And now it's Bendick with his second attempt is up and good. And Bendick puts Open Door on the board. It's 2-1 Vermilion. Vermilion quickly getting it down the floor. The ball gets tipped. And it was Bendick that tipped it, and then it went off of the fingertips of Adam Gerber. And Open Door is going to get the ball right back. So Vermilion tried to push it that time and did not work out for them. Now Vermilion's going to bring everybody up into a press. And Open Door is going to get it all the way down the court to Bendick. He drives into the lane. Looks like he got pushed. He flung up a shot. It's no good. It's rebounded by Hooks, who's going to push it down the floor for Vermilion. Into the lane with a nice pass there. Myers scores the bucket, but give Gerber the assist on a beautiful pass. And quickly, Myers has all 4 of Vermilion's points. Bendick takes the inbound, fights through the defense, gets the ball down the court quickly. Now Open Door's got it in the right corner. They're going to get it back to Bendick. He's going to fire a 3 from the right side. It's no good. Rebounded by Vermilion as Mason Cooper came crashing in. Then Mason Cooper just bringing the ball all the way down the court to him by himself. Gets it into the right corner, and now Vermilion will get it up towards the top of the key. Vermilion will try their hand at a three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Hooks, getting it back over to the right wing, and now it's going to be a turnover as Bendick intercepts the pass. Noah Penton was trying to get the ball into the inside, and Bendick was there waiting for it. 4-1, Vermilion with the lead. Open Door with the basketball. They swing it around, Vermilion in a man. They get the ball over to Bendick. Nice play there by Noah Penton to knock the ball away from him, but it goes out of bounds. Open Door will maintain possession.
Pretty clear what Vermilion wants to do here early in the game. They want to attack inside, not necessarily what you would call imposing height for Vermilion, but they're pretty consistent with it. They've got guys that are just, maybe a little bit more suited to play that kind of game than Open Door is right now.
Bendick dribbles into a little bit of trouble, but then corrals it, gets the ball all the way over to the right side. Hooks goes for a steal, doesn't get it, leaves his man wide open, and that's a layup that goes up and in for Titus Hanrahan. And he scores the first field goal of the game just over 2 minutes into it here, as now it is 4-3, Vermilion with the lead. Hooks will take a three-pointer from deep. He does not hit it, averaging about 4 points per game. That's an air ball, rebounded by Open Door, and now Open Door's got the ball, trailing 4-3. Bendick's got it on the right side. Penton giving good defense, but then he beats it, gets into the lane, tries to draw a foul, winds up just kind of flinging the ball out of bounds, but it goes out of bounds off of Hook's hands, so it'll stay with Open Door.
And they're going to get a chance to inbound hit underneath their own bucket, set up for what they hope is a high percentage shot.
Open Door inbounds it. Always finds a way to get to Bendick. He's going to drive in. He's going to float up a layup. It's no good, but he gets fouled along the baseline as they'll get Penton with another foul. And Bendick will go back to the line for Open Door.
We talked about Vermilion wanting to get out there and work inside. Also, no mystery what Open Door is looking to do right now, get the ball to Bendick and see if he can create, or in that case, draw contact.
Bendick's second time to the line. He split the pair his first time. He hits the first one here. That ties the game. 5:27 to go here in the first quarter. And it is 4-4, Vermilion and Open Door knotted in this one. Bendick's second free throw attempt up and no good. So he splits the pair again, and the score stays tied. Vermilion quickly gets the ball down the floor. Hooks has it, passes at the top of the key. Penton's going to have a wide open three-pointer that he fires from the left side. It's no good. Fight for the rebound. And Bendick just takes it right out of the hands of Brock Myers, and Open Door drives. Getting into the lane and putting up a wild shot that's no good was Liam Coughlin. And now here comes Vermilion again. They move quickly. Nice hesitation dribble into the lane. Now just trying to get the ball deep into the lane. It's Myers who's got it. He's going to float it up and in. And Brock Myers has all 6 of Vermilion's points to start this game. 6-4, Vermilion with the lead. Open Door with the basketball. They've got it up at the right side. Get it up to the top. Bendick's got it. Dribbling. Penton defending. Bendick gets a screen. He splits a screen. Goes right down the lane. Floats it up and in. What an athletic move as he went from left hand to right hand. Put it up and in. And it's 6-6 as Bendick's getting rolling. Penton's going to have a wide open look for Vermilion along the left side again. That ball went halfway down and then came out. Myers gets the rebound. He fires it out to Gerber. Gerber's got a wide open three. He misses it. And that's going to be rebounded by Open Door. It was Pulios on the rebound, and with 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter, Open Door's got the ball. 6-6 is the score.
Sailor's not bashful, but 0 of 5 from beyond the arc to start this contest. We're just about halfway through the first quarter.
They're getting good looks. They'll fall eventually. At least that's got to be the coaching philosophy as the shot goes up and misses for Open Door. Vermilion with the rebound. Now Penton will bring it across the timeline. He gets it over to the left side. Into the lane. What a nice move there by Vermilion as Mason Cooper makes a nice kind of Euro step there for the basket. And that makes it 8-6 Vermilion, and we're going to get our first subs of the game for Kurt Habermehl. As he will get Luke Habermehl in, Luke Richardson in, and also he will get Nate Pinkerton in.
Talk about the bucket there by Cooper. He was a really big-time contributor for Vermilion last year as an underclassman.
So Bendick's got the ball for Open Door after Vermilion makes some wholesale changes. They've got it on the left wing. Passing it back up to the top. Open Door just trying to find any kind of space to get anybody going, but eventually the ball finds its way into Bendick's hands. Bendick working on Habermehl, does a good job defending. Now he's going to fire it down to Pinkerton, who's got a wide open layup. He is up and in. And that makes it 10-6 Vermilion as Habermehl gets a steal, and he finds Pinkerton streaking down the floor.
Here's where you're going to see some of that Vermilion depth, as you mentioned. Some nice changes for them to be able to put fresh bodies in. Alan Januzzi has 10 guys available tonight, but a lot of those of the 9th grade variety.
And we're going to get a travel called against Open Door. As now Brock Myers will get a breather as Jeremiah Lopez, the senior guard, checks in. And Vermilion with a 10-6 lead, looking to add a little more space between them and the Patriots of Open Door. Habermehl's got it on the right wing. He's going to try to get it inside to the big fella. He does. It's a missed layup, but a good rebound by Vermilion as Jeremiah Lopez fights hard for the rebound. He gets fouled, and it'll be Vermilion ball at the baseline out of bounds. Luke Richardson, 6'7", sophomore. As you can tell, they're going to try to feed him the ball on the inside. Vermilion struggling to get the ball in. Now they will as they get it into Pinkerton. Pinkerton at the top of the key, swings it off to the left. Now it's going to be a baseline drive. Up and no good, but a good rebound there by the young sophomore to bring it down for Vermilion. He misses a layup, and then a scrum for the ball. It's going to go out of bounds off of Open Door. So two good looks. Mason Cooper had a good look. Luke Richardson had a good look. Neither one could nail the shot, but ball went out of bounds off Open Door, so Vermilion retains possession. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 10-6 is the Vermilion lead. Habermehl's got it on the right wing. Open Door back into that 2-3 zone. Vermilion swinging the ball around, and this time it's going to result in a turnover as Jeremiah Lopez just couldn't corral the pass, and Open Door was right there to take the ball away as we're going to get a foul called against Open Door, as it was Bendick who was bringing the ball down the court, and they're going to say Bendick initiated contact. And so they call an offensive foul on Bendick with a minute 48 to go in this first quarter. And Vermilion gets the ball back. 10-6 is the score. Vermilion with the lead. Vermilion swinging it around against this 2-3 zone. Habermehl's got it in the right corner, swings it back up to the top. Now Habermehl gets it back. He's going to fire a three. It's going to be no good, way off to the right. Rebounded by Vermilion, then a block shot, and Open Door picks it up. They're going to bring the ball down the court. They get the ball over to Bendick in the right corner. He's going to fire a three from there. It comes up short, rebounded by Vermilion, and now they bring the ball down the court. They're going to get the ball over to Pinkerton on the left side. He's going to fire it to the inside to Richardson, who's going to lay it up and in. As Richardson has his first bucket of the night, and it's 12-6, Vermilion with the lead. Bendick with the ball for Open Door. He's going to swing it over to the right side. Gets it over to Coughlin. Then they get it up top. This is Poulios. Poulios gets it back over to Bendick on the left side. Bendick fires it over to Hanrahan. He's got it on the right side. Now we'll fire it back over to the left. Right now they're just playing at the top of the key, keeping the ball away from Vermilion as Bendick dribbles to the logo. Bendick just dribbling the ball. Looks like they are just going to try to take this clock all the way down as far as they can at least. Now Habermail will tighten things up on Bendick. Now there's going to be a double team. Bendick does well to get rid of it, and they give it right back to him. 15 seconds to go here in the quarter. Open Door just looking for the last shot. They'll come and try to trap Bendick. He's going to fire a three-pointer from the right side that's no good. Vermilion with the rebound. 5 seconds on the clock. Vermilion bringing the ball down the court. It's going to be a last-second heave if they get it off in time. And I don't think they did get it off in time. They got it over to Habermill in the left corner, but he missed the shot. And that takes us to the end of the third quarter here on WEOL and the Chronicle Telegram YouTube page. It's Vermilion 12. It is Open Door 6. We'll be back right after this.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy.
This month, get 0% on all 2025 Ford F-150s, including Lightning, regular cabs, super cabs, and Super Duties, plus all Explorers and Escapes.
Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Are you undecided about your future and overwhelmed by the options? Well, don't worry. You're not alone. Lorain County Community College has helped thousands of students just like you find their future career. From short-term training programs to transfer options all the way to bachelor degrees, our programs are designed to set you up for future success. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
One quarter in the books here at Vermilion High School with the Vermilion Sailors having a 12-6 lead over the Open Door Patriots. Michael Keefe, Jared Kozar here from Vermilion High School. Dave Rydell running the camera for us. And Jared, if you're Vermilion after that first quarter, you've doubled up Open Door and you didn't really shoot the ball particularly well. You've got to feel pretty good if you can get your guys going a little bit better. You should be able to run away.
Well, they like their effort inside. They like their effort on the boards. That's really going to help set the tone for them. Again, you mentioned they could have been a little bit more efficient offensively, but doubling up Open Door, I think, is probably the script that Kurt Habermill and company thought they could follow to open up this game.
So Open Door will start the second quarter with the basketball as they get it into Bendick. He will slowly dribble the ball across the timeline. He'll swing it over to Poulios. He'll get it back to Bendick. Habermill, good defense, but now Bendick has got a look. He's going to fire it to the inside. Good ball movement there for Open Door, as it was Patton who passed the ball over to Hanrahan, and Hanrahan laid it up and in, so 12-8 is the Vermilion lead. Sailors have the ball. They're going to turn it over as Bendick's going to come away with a steal. Bendick brings it across the timeline, up the wing. Now he drives right down the middle. He's going to get a shot blocked by Richardson, and then the ball goes off of Bendick and out of bounds. It's going to be Vermilion ball, so good defense there by the youngster Luke Richardson. So Vermilion with the basketball. Bring it across the timeline. Lopez going to fire it over to Pinkerton. He drives inside. They get the ball to Richardson, but a lot of hands in there. Richardson couldn't corral the pass, and again, it always winds up for Open Door in the hands of Bendick. He brings it across the timeline, and now again, Open Door just swinging it around up at the top of the key. Bendick's got it left wing. He waits a screen, then he's just going to fire it back to the top to Coughlin. Coughlin gets it over into the right corner. Hanrahan that's got it, but this is going to be stolen by Habermill, and he's going to have a wide open lay. Oh no, he's going to miss the layup. He's going to get his own rebound. He's going to miss another layup. He's going to get his own rebound again, and this time it's Bendick that comes down with it. So Tough showing there for Luke Habermill. Made a really nice defensive play, had a wide open layup down the floor and just couldn't put it in. Got his own rebound, had another good look at it, but he missed another layup. So an opportunity for Vermilion goes by there.
Everything went right for Luke except for converting there. But, yeah, like you mentioned, Michael, very good defensive presence there to know how to play that passing lane and just made it look real easy right up until the point where it didn't fall.
Vermilion will go with some more changes. They'll bring all the starters back in the game as Open Door tries to get the ball over into the corner. And the ball goes out of bounds, as that was Swagelak, who couldn't hang on to the pass.
Vermilion with most of that starting lineup back in there now.
No Penton. Gets the ball to Meyer. He's going to fire it over to the right side. That's going to be a three-pointer for Adam Gerber, who drains the three. Vermilion's first three-point make of the night. And that makes it 15-8. Sailors in the lead.
First three for either team in the contest. And that's pretty rare when you think about that anymore. 10 minutes into a game, basically, that nobody hit a three.
Vermilion with this 7-point lead with 6 minutes to go in the first half. Again, Open Door just looking for offense from anywhere. Swagelak's going to miss it again as he was trying to corral that pass. Vermilion's going to take it down the floor, and they're going to score it as Jeremiah Lopez gives his first bucket of the game. And we're going to get a timeout as Open Door wants to talk it over. They're going to take a full timeout, which means we'll take a full timeout. 5:52 to go in this one. Vermilion leads it 17-8.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we offer the greatest customer experience around, plus upfront, no haggle pricing and great deals. Right now, lease the 2025 GMC Sierra for just $339 a month. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about EcoTree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted EcoTree. They did an incredible job. The folks at EcoTree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me, when your trees need attention or even require removal, contact EcoTree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find EcoTree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
Welcome back into Vermilion High School, where the Sailors have opened up this 9-point lead at 17-8 with 5:52 to go here in the first half. Michael Keefe, Jared Kozar joining you from a perch atop Vermilion's gymnasium here. Dave Rydell running the camera for you on the YouTube side.
Always a good spot here at Vermilion. This is premier for what our new format is.
You couldn't ask for much more than this, as Vermilion's going to get another turnover. They're going to get the ball to Myers, who's going to go up for a contested layup. He's going to get his own rebound, and he's going to get fouled. And Vermilion will have the ball baseline out of bounds, as Dietrich Geyer with some good defense there for Open Door, but it wound up getting the foul against Myers. He was going up for the shot. And so Vermilion hangs on to the ball. On the inbounds, it's going to be another three-point attempt for Gerber, and he has got it now. Adam Gerber. After both teams missed all their three-point attempts, Gerber has hit his last two. That makes it 20-8 in favor of Vermilion. Open Door's got it up top. Vermilion real aggressive on the defense, trying to take the ball away again. But this time it's going to be a foul called against Jeremiah Lopez, as he fouled Nikos Poulios. And now it'll be Open Door's ball on the sideline.
This is a tough spot for Open Door. Coming in off of a timeout, they turn the ball over and then give up a three-point opportunity. Really in danger right here, down a dozen.
Well, when in danger, get the ball in the hands of your best player, Bendick, who makes them pay for it in a good way. Bendick with a short jumper on the left baseline ends this run for Vermilion, as Gerber's going to put up another three. He's going to miss it this time for Vermilion, but it is going to be rebounded by Penton. Penton gets it over to Gerber in the left corner. They're going to get it inside to Hooks, who's going to get it out to Penton. Wide open three-pointer from the top of the key. It's too long. Rebounded by Vermilion, though, and Jeremiah Lopez scores it. And that makes it 22-10. That was Bendick's first basket on Open Door's last possession of the second quarter, as he's got 6 in the game. Open Door with the basketball on the right wing. Try to get the ball to Bendick. He's got it top of the key. He's going to work his way into the key. Then he's going to try to fire a pass that's going to get intercepted by Vermilion. Hooks comes up with it, gets it to Myers down the court, and he's got a wide open dunk, and he throws it down. Myers with a right-hand jam makes it 24-10, and it brings a little bit of energy into the building here with 4:07 to go.
Alan Januzzi wants a 30-second timeout over there, trying to get regrouped, and that's a good call after a breakaway dunk like that, just to say, hey guys, what are we doing out there? Points off and turnovers are going to be something that we're not necessarily keeping track of statistically, but they're making a difference here in the second quarter. Open Door having a difficult time taking care of the basketball. Vermilion doing a great job on the other end, capitalizing on some of those opportunities, despite maybe not shooting the ball as well as they'd like to, as we've mentioned. The turnovers and the points off of those turnovers make up the difference.
When you can see it out there, when it comes to ball handling, Jared, for Open Door, it's Bendick that they trust. They have other guys that will come out to the wings, but not a lot of guys throwing a lot of dribbles out there, so they really rely on him heavily just to get into playmaking mode. And he's going to have to be great at it if they're going to try to erase this 14-point deficit. Ball's back in after the timeout. Pulios has it at the logo. He fires it to the left side. They get it to Bendick, left wing. Bendick, guarded by Lopez, dribbles right to the top of the key. Now he's being double-teamed as Hooks came out. Now he's trapped in the corner. He's got nowhere to go. He's going to make a nice pass just to get it out of there. And Open Door is going to have it on the right wing. They get it back to Bendick. Brings it to the top. Now he's going to go back to the right side. Trying to get some room as he is going to go to the inside, and he's going to get forced out of bounds. I think they're going to get Hooks on the foul. Drake Hooks picks up his first foul against Bendick, as again, there was just a scramble for Open Door to find a look. And now it'll be Open Door's ball, baseline out of bounds. They get it to Bendick on the right corner. Bendick's going to have the ball poked away, and it's out of bounds off of Vermilion, so the ball will stay with Open Door.
Open Door just having a difficult time. Maybe the short floor here doesn't do them the favors that they would need in terms of trying to get this offense set to execute. They might need the whole court.
Substitutions for both sides. Bendick gets the ball on the inbounds. They have the ball near the free throw line. They're trying to get it to Bendick. They finally do. Guarded by Habermel. Bendick goes into the right corner. Now he brings it back towards the top. Fires it all the way across court into the left corner. Now they get the ball to the inside. Bendick winds up with it after it was loose there for a second, and he lays it up and in. Braden Bendick has his 8th points of the night. Hooks has the ball on the left side for Vermilion. He's going to pass the ball to the outside. A high arcing three-pointer is going to go for Mason Cooper as he hits his first three-pointer of the game, and that makes it 27-12. Vermilion in the lead over Open Door with 2:45 to go here in the first half. Open Door has it at the top. They're looking to get it to Bendick. Habermel steals it. He's going to try to make up for the last time he did this, and he goes up for it, and he gets fouled by Bendick. So Habermel's playing great defense. Another steal for him. He went for the layup, but he got fouled hard by Bendick, and he'll go to the line to shoot two.
And that's a tough assignment for Habermel, and I think that shows you exactly where basketball acumen comes from, is to say, yeah, I can do this even if I might not be called upon to score as much. I'm going to take away their team's best player defensively, and doing a pretty good job of it right now.
Luke Habermel puts his first free throw up and in. Drake Hooks will get a break. And back in comes Luke Richardson. Habermel steps to the line for a second free throw that's going to be up and short, but rebounded by Myers, who's going to float one up and sink it. And an offensive rebound and a bucket for Myers pushes this lead to 30-12 in favor of Vermilion. Open Door gets the ball across midcourt. They get it to Bendick. Bendick steps back, then he just throws it away. It's Habermel with the steal, and then a perfect pass down the court for an open layup that's going to be missed, but Myers with the follow. What a putback, as Pinkerton couldn't hit it, but Myers hits his shot. That gives Myers 12 points in this game with 2 minutes to go here in the first half. As They go to trap Bendick. Bendick gets rid of it. Now Open Door gets the ball to the inside as the shot is wild. It goes up and is no good. Now Vermilion has numbers. A 3-on-1 break. They get it to Myers, who lays it up and in. And Brock Myers on fire right now. Minute 40 to go in the first half. 34-12 is the Vermilion lead. Open Door with it. Poulios has it on the right side. Swings the ball over to Swagulak, who's going to get it over to Bendick. Bendick has it, right side. Habermill on defense. Bendick gets by him, pivots in the lane. Still looking, the ball gets knocked away, and it's going to wind up in the hands of Pinkerton for Vermilion. Pinkerton bringing the ball down the court. He's going to attack, and he trips over the defender. They're going to say it's incidental contact. The ball goes out of bounds off Pinkerton, and it's going to be Open Door basketball.
Kind of a different exchange there, not one you see all the time, but Open Door now with 1:07 left. Has to get something here coming into the intermission. Vermilion's just been on a tear the past few possessions.
As we enter the final minute of this first half, 34-12 is the score. Open Door going to get an open look on the right baseline that's no good. Rebounded by Myers. Gets it out to Pinkerton for Vermilion. Right wing. Dribbles off to the side, but this is going to be stolen by Open Door, driving the ball into the lane and laying it up, and no good. Nice move there by Liam Coughlin. He just couldn't finish. And now it's Vermilion bringing it down the court as they're going to have a layup that's no good. Richardson, though, is going to grab the rebound, and he's going to put it back. Mason Cooper with the nice play to create that look for Richardson, and Richardson finishes with the bucket. Open Door with the basketball. Bendick has it. 20 seconds to go here in the first half. 36-12 is the Vermilion lead. We saw Open Door at the end of the first quarter just take all the time down they could. Now Bendick going to drive into the lane. He finds Poulios on the left side for a three-pointer that's up and no good. Rebounded by Vermilion. Now they're going to try to quickly get the ball down the court. They're going to get it down there, and this is going to be a layup with no time left. It's up and good, though, for Jeremiah Lopez. And that makes it 38-12. The Vermilion Sailors go on an incredible run in the second quarter. And here at the half, they've got that 38-12 lead. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with halftime show. We'll get you stats, some scores, all that, and so much more here on the all-new WEOL.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Lorain Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. We've helped thousands of people just like you match skills and experience with a career. We can help you train for a career that is in demand right now. You can even work in your field while taking classes. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about EcoTree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted EcoTree. They did an incredible job. The folks at EcoTree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me. When your trees need attention or even require removal, contact EcoTree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find EcoTree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
38-12 is the score here at the half from Vermilion High School, where the Sailors are making the hometown crowd happy. They've got that lead over the Open Door Patriots, as it was a blowout of a second quarter. The Vermilion Sailors, Jared, had a 12-6 lead after the first, but then Vermilion exploded for 26 points in that second quarter, and Open Door only still able to manage another 6. So things going really well. And again, we talked about it after the first quarter, Jared. once the shots started falling, especially for Vermilion, that just really opened everything up.
Things changed quite a bit. Even the three-pointers, Vermilion started the game 0 of 6, but then they've hit 3 out of their next 5. So things are starting to drop, as you mentioned, for Kurt Habermill and his club, and really able to just kind of have their way inside. They're dominating the glass. They're dominating points in the paint. And, it was a nice second quarter for the Vermilion Sailors to get right the ship, so to speak.
That was good. I like the ship reference,
like
too,
that?
for the
Yeah.
Sailors. Yes, that was spectacular. Jared, defensively, though, for the Sailors, I think is where Kurt Habermill will be happiest when talking about this game, because it's pretty clear the way Open Door kind of almost has to run their offense. That ball has to find its way into the hands of Braden Bendick, and then he's got to be a playmaker. And I would imagine when Open Door is going well, Bendick is able to get some dribble drives, find some guys out on the wings, and they're making some shots. That has not been what they've been able to do in this one. Vermilion defensively has just been all over everything Open Doors wanted to do.
They've really been swarming, and that's the mark of a Kurt Habermill team. They come at you in that relenting man-to-man defense, and then we'll go to the press at certain times when they feel that they've got a matchup that they can exploit. It really does well for them, but they've got to feel good about their defensive effort so far. We talked about Luke Habermill, having a pretty tough task in basically meeting Bendick when he's been in the game and kind of making that his own thing. They'll go to that trap look, concede a bucket maybe down low if they need to, but it really hasn't presented itself so far. They've had their number. For Alan Januzzi, I think the frustration is just, he called back-to-back timeouts, really just with a couple of possessions of each other in that second quarter. And I think it was more along the lines of, listen, guys, they might be better than us right now, but I want to see our effort. They gave up away a steal and a breakaway dunk, and he wasn't going to, sustain much more of that. And said, I just want to talk this over and see where we're at, guys. I mean, because if we're not going to have an effort out there, I want to reorganize us and see what's going to go on. He said he's got 10 guys, a lot of them young players, 9th graders, but I would not be surprised if you see a new face or two for Open Door in that second half.
Jared, I know you've got some team stats over there. Let me get you some individual scoring numbers from the first half, and let's start with Open Door, and it's only 2 players on the board for the Patriots as Bendick leads the way. Again, this is a kid that comes in averaging 24 points per game. He's got 8 at the half. He scored 4 in each of the first 2 quarters. Joining him in the scoring column, Titus Hanrahan, the junior forward. He had 2 in the first quarter, 2 in the second quarter, so he's got 4 at the half. That's all the scoring there is for the Open Door Patriots. On the other side of things, a little bit more balance, led by Brock Myers, which they usually are, a kid that averages 17 points a game. He's got 14 at the half, as Brock Myers has been really, really good and really active all over the field, or all over the floor. Jeremiah Lopez has 6 points, along with Adam Gerber, who hit those 2 3-pointers in the second quarter. Those 2 have 6. And then it's Mason Cooper, who's made a lot of good plays in this game as well. He's got 5 at the break. And then other players, it is Nate Pinkerton with 2. It is Luke Richardson with 2. And Luke Habermill has 1 point at the break. But again, Brock Myers leading the way, everybody else kind of pulling their weight. That is a great recipe for Vermilion. Jared, you've got some team stats and some scores from around the area, so why don't I send it over to you here?
We're tracking it all right now, and again, for those team statistics in that first half, we saw the Open Door Patriots just struggle to put a lot together. They were 5 of 16 from the field in the first half of play, so that's a 31% mark on the evening to this point. 2 of 4 at the charity stripe, 50% there. Even Bowling Green math can figure that out. 5 rebounds, 10 turnovers. Vermilion did a nice job, as we talked about, their defensive effort, making Open Door uncomfortable at times here in that first half of play. For the Vermilion Sailors, 17 of 34 from the field, so that shooting percentage went up quite a bit in that second quarter in particular. So they're 50% of the night, 3 of 11 from distance. So if they can dial that in even a little better, their numbers would be even more robust. 1 of 3 at the line. The big number here, Mike, 23 rebounds. So a decided advantage inside, and they're pressing that for all they're worth. They did turn the ball over 7 times. I think maybe you get a little bit careless trying to do some things in transition, and that might have happened as well for the Sailors. But really a pretty good half of basketball, and especially a really good second quarter for Vermilion once they got the jitters out and we're able to convert on a few things. We've got a lot of scores that we're tracking. SWC action, these are at the half. Olmsted Falls leading Avon 28-21. That might be Avon's first game. That could be the lead
right.
tonight. So it doesn't really come at a great time to get Olmsted Falls, but they're up 28-21 is Olmsted Falls over Avon at the half. Elyria leading North Ridgeville 37-21 at the intermission. End of 3, Amherst a slight edge over Avon Lake on the road, 45-43. End of regulation, Lorain County League, Oberlin and Clearview, nothing decided, tied at 39.
Wow.
They're headed to overtime. Dave Rydell's got a couple scores here. It is Firelands and Columbia locked up in a good one. Oh, that's a final now. Columbia knocks off Firelands, 48-39, Lorain County League. Oberlin with a quick bucket in that first overtime period, 43-41. They lead right now over Clearview.
Well, we'll make sure we keep you updated. Jared working furiously with the assist from Dave Rydell. Keep you updated on scores and all that as the game goes along. But here in Vermilion, it is the Vermilion Sailors having a whole holiday party. You hear the Christmas music, the holiday music going on in the background. They've got a 38-12 lead over Open Door. We'll see if the Patriots can make a comeback in the second half or if Vermilion will continue to flex a little muscle and play the dominant brand of basketball that they played that got them this lead. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, it's time for second half tip and so much more. Again, this is the Cage matchup on the all-new WEOL.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy.
This month, get 0% on all 2025 Ford F-150s, including Lightning, regular cabs, super cabs, and Super Duties, plus all Explorers and Escapes.
Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Lorain Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
All right, halftime is in the books, and we are ready for second half action. Again, Vermilion with a 38-12 lead over Open Door, and the second half is underway. Vermilion with the basketball, moving from right to left as we're watching them. Vermilion swinging the ball around, trying to get open looks, and they're going to get an open look. This is Lopez wide open for a three-pointer, and he drills it, and that's a great start for Vermilion in this second half. Lopez had 6 in the first half. Now he's going to have a steal as he's going to bring the ball into the lane. He's going to get, no, not fouled. Myers actually is going to pick up the loose ball, and he's going to score it. Myers with 14 at the half. Now he's got a bucket here in the third quarter, and just like that, 5 quick points for Vermilion. They lead at 43-12. Michael Keefe, Jared Kozar here at Vermilion High School. Dave Rydell running the camera as Open Door has the ball. They're swinging it around the outside. Poulios with it. They get it to Bendick. Bendick going to dribble to the right, goes to the top of the key. Now he drives into the lane, pulls up from the free throw line, banks it off the backboard and in. And that's a bucket for Bendick. That gives him 10 on the game. 43-14 is the score. Vermilion with the lead, and Vermilion going to turn it over. Myers tried to get the ball out to Adam Gerber, and Gerber just couldn't corral the pass. Went off his leg and out of bounds. And Open Door is going to get the ball back. Braden Bendick brings the ball across the timeline, flings it over to Coughlin. Coughlin's got it on the right side, and he gets it to Hanrahan. Now the ball's just kind of stuck for Open Doors. They're going to try to get it inside to Bendick. Bendick stops and pops for a quick jump shot. He makes it. And that's 2 quick buckets for Bendick to make it 43-16. Gerber's got it on the left side for Vermilion. He'll bring it to the free throw line. He'll pop and he'll hit a jumper right there. His Gerber's shot really came around in that second quarter. And it was pure on that jumper from the free throw line to make it 45-16 Vermilion.
Neither team has missed here in the first 2 minutes of this third quarter of play. We get a foul there on Vermilion as Gerber gets a little bit aggressive.
Yeah, Liam Coughlin picked up his dribble, and Gerber tried to reach in for the ball, and instead he fouled him. So it'll be Open Door basketball. They inbound it to Bendick. Bendick's got it on the left wing, directing traffic, gets it over to Poulios. Swagalak has it, gets it back to Poulios. They get it back to Bendick, and then going for a steal was Noah Penn for Vermilion. He just came in a little bit late, and he fouls Bendick. And so it's going to be Open Door basketball on the sideline out of bounds. Poulios inbounds it into the backcourt to Bendick, who goes back and gets it. Swings it over here to the side near us. Poulios has it, dribbles right. Hanrahan's got it. Titus Hanrahan gets the ball to the inside. A jumper that is no good, rebounded by Vermilion as Zane Patton had a good look. But he missed it. Vermilion gets the rebound, and then they turn the ball over as it looked like
whistling a foul, but that's going to go against Open Door. I think
yeah.
They were having a battle for the ball on the hardwood there. Could have went either way.
Yeah, I was going to say, looked to me like that was going to go against Vermilion, so I was a little surprised that they called it against Open Door, but they did, and it's Vermilion basketball. Vermilion's got it, left wing, back up to the top. Lopez has it right wing. He's going to get it over to Myers. Myers has it top of the key, gets it back to Lopez. Wide open three-pointer is perfect for Jeremiah Lopez. And he's got 6 quick points in this third quarter. It's 48-16, Vermilion all over Open Door. Poulios drives into the lane. Nice little hesitation, floats it up and in. His first bucket of the game. And Nikos Poulios makes it 48-18 with his basket. Lopez gets the ball inside. They're going to swing it to Gerber in the left corner. He had a good look at it, couldn't get it. And the ball is going to get rebounded by Open Door, and they miss a man streaking down the field or down the court.
It's okay. You're still in that.
I'm still in football mode.
Yeah, and what a call you had the last time you were in football mode, Michael Keefe.
Yeah, you know what? It was a special night down there in Canton. It was a very good time for the Avon Eagles. Not having as good of a time is Open Doors. They're struggling to put the ball in the hoop. As once again, Zane Patton had the ball close to the rim, but he just couldn't get it to go up and in, so he's going to sub out. They'll bring Coughlin back in. And defensive specialist for Vermilion, Habermail checks back in as well as Nate Pinkerton.
This is the tough part. You know, Habermill's got a lot of opportunities to be able to go to that bench. And Alan Januzzi just not enough out there for him to counter with right now when you think about what's available personnel-wise.
4:23 to go. Open Door with the basketball, trailing 48-18. Coughlin gets it to Poulios in the corner. Poulios drives, then he stops and pops, tries to go off glass, but it's too strong. Rebounded by Lopez and Vermilion. Lopez bringing the ball down. He's going to find Myers wide open for a three in the left corner. It's no good. And Gerber went up for a rebound, but they're going to say he pushed off, and it's going to be Open Door basketball. 4:04 to go here in the third quarter, 48-18. Vermilion with the lead.
3 on Gerber. I think he's our only player in real foul trouble right now. And again, I don't know how real that foul trouble is with a 30-point lead halfway through the third quarter.
Well, they will sit Gerber and bring in the 6'7" sophomore Luke Richardson.
Good to have that to go to.
Yeah, right. Open Door. The ball to Poulios on the left side. He gives it to Bendick up on top. Gets it to Coughlin. Coughlin swings it inside to Poulios. The ball stolen by Lopez. Lopez bringing the ball down the court. He kind of loses the handle about 4 or 5 times. You just never get the handle on that basketball. Good Lopez, and then he eventually loses it out of bounds. And Open Door's going to get it back.
I think it almost seemed like he was trying to pry the ball loose with 2 hands and then could never really figure out and decide which one he wanted to go with once he got possession. Kurt Habermill is going to take a timeout here.
So Kurt Habermail and the Vermilion Sailors going to take a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here, but we'll give a little acknowledgement to our sponsors during this timeout. Again, our sponsors for tonight's cage matchup here on WEOL. Nick Abraham Buick GMC and Nick Abraham Elyria Ford at Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. Lorain County Community College, real education for good jobs. The Lorain Medina Rural Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy partner, and Eco Tree Services, your complete tree care company.
Oberlin has emerged victorious in that extra stanza, the overtime affair, 47-43 over Clearview. So Kurt Russell and company needed 5 quarters to do it, but they were able to do it.
That's just every time I hear it, Kurt Russell. All I can think about is Captain Ron. It's a great movie.
You and I are the only people that are going to go to Captain Ron on Kurt Russell. There's a lot of people that would say there's a
Snake Plissken?
ton of good movies out there that he was in.
Nah,
we
Captain Ron.
went Captain Ron.
Come on.
I like Captain Ron.
Out of the Vermilion timeout, Open Door with the basketball. Bendick gets it to the inside. He's going to get a shot blocked, but he's going to get fouled on the shot, as I think they're going to get Richardson from coming from behind and hitting Bendick, and that will send Bendick to the line to shoot 2. Vermilion with a 48-18 lead here with 3:27 to go in the third quarter.
When people think about Martin Short, do you think that they go to Captain Ron as their go-to as well?
I do.
Okay, fair.
Or Pure Luck.
Pure Luck's a good one. Danny Glover and Martin Short. What a good buddy movie that
Oh,
was.
my gosh.
Geez.
Don't get me going.
The bee sting in the back of the plane.
I was going to say
yeah,
that scene
right,
I will
yeah,
never.
Yep.
I'll never get over it. So Bendick hits his first free throw, as we'll get a substitution. Batu Aksoy, who we watched in the JV game. Batu Aksoy, the leading scorer for JV in their victory. He checks in for the first time for varsity. That's 2 made free throws for Bendick. That makes it 48-20. So Open Door will show their 2-3 look again, as Vermilion brings the ball down the court. Habermel has it, right side, looking, going to get it to Richardson. Going to try to get it into Aksoy on the inside, but he throws the ball out of bounds, just a little too far out in front of Aksoy, and it's going to be a turnover. Open Door gets the ball back. Bendick gets the ball over to Coughlin, right side. Swagelak passes it over to Penton. Penton gives it back to Bendick. Bendick's going to stop and pop a three-pointer and nail it. Nice shot there for Braden Bendick.
Their first made 3 of the evening.
As Vermilion's going to turn it over again. That was the play was well set up for Vermilion, as Pinkerton tried to get the ball to Myers, and it just went off Myers' hands. I think Myers was getting ready to make a move before he caught the ball, and it's going to be Open Door ball. Bendick has it. 48-23 is the score, as they're going to get it over to Coughlin. Coughlin back over to Hanrahan. Back to Bendick on the right side. Bendick brings it up to the top of the key. Now he's going to cross over, and he's going to pop from near the free throw line. It's no good. Rebound to Myers, and here comes Vermilion. Myers pushing down the court. He gets all the way to the hoop and puts the ball in. What a move there. Brock Myers found another gear running down the court, and he makes it 50-23 Vermilion.
His big night continues, and it seems like, Vermilion not in any real danger here, but there was a little bit of lull in their offense, and Myers got him right back on track.
Nate Pinkerton will get called for the foul, as he got a little handsy. And it will be Open Door basketball, sideline out of bounds.
They should be shooting. That's the 5th team foul. And I think that the officials just realized, that's 5 on them. So maybe Open Door has a nice opportunity here to be aggressive over the final 2:09. Put Vermilion at the line, or be able to get to the line now with the 5 team fouls on Vermilion.
Liam Coughlin at the line. His first free throw is up and good. It's his first point of the night.
One of the things I think that we were in some danger of there, Michael, and I'm sure that Alan Januzzi pretty cognizant of this as well, is the running clock could have kicked in. They were down 30.
Well, the second free throw is no good for Coughlin, but Open Door gets the rebound. Habermill, though, is going to come up with another steal. So Vermilion with the basketball. Habermill gets it to Pinkerton on the left side. He dribbles up to the top. Now he's going to dribble right side. They're going to get the ball inside to Richardson. He is just going to bulldoze his way to the hoop, as Luke Richardson has his third bucket of the game. That makes it 52-24 with 1:30 to go here in the third quarter. Open Door with the basketball, gets it to Bendick, left wing. Bendick will drive left side, gets to the hoop, lays it up and in. As Bendick has had a big third quarter here. That's his 11th point of the third quarter. Gives him 19 on the game. Vermilion with the basketball, top of the key, it's Pinkerton. He swings it left side to Oxoy. Oxoy gets it to Myers inside. Myers tries to make a move. Ball gets knocked away. Now he's just stuck under the basket. Finds a way to get the ball to Pinkerton, who fires it from the top of the key. No good. Oxoy comes in, gets the offensive rebound, and he gets fouled on the putback, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 with exactly 1 minute to go in the third quarter. So Batu Oxoy steps to the line, has not scored tonight. Didn't play in the first half after playing a good chunk of the JV game. Oxoy, left-handed shooter, puts it up and in, his first point of the night.
Vermilion's first free throw of this second half, and again, there was an area that needed some improvement in half number 1. They were 1 of 3 at the line. Improving on that right now.
Noah Penton will sub in, give Brock Myers a blow as Oxoy misses his second free throw but gets his own rebound. He's got it in the right corner, gets it out up top to Habermail. Good hustle there by Oxoy, the young man. Looking to get more and more varsity playing time. Oxoy is going to be wide open for a 3 as he misses wide left. The ball goes out of bounds. And with 45 seconds to go in the third quarter, it's 53-26.
Having a laugh about it with his teammates as they get back on defense. But he's got the frame that Kurt Habermill wants.
Bendick with the basketball, gives it to Poulios, top of the key. Poulios looking for a screen. Dribbles left, now he comes back to the right. Penton really bothering him. Poulios picks up his dribble, gives it to Coughlin, who gets it out to Bendick up top. 25 seconds to go in the third quarter. Bendick just dribbling the basketball and just taking the air out of the ball as we get to the end of this third quarter. Now they're going to double Bendick as they bring Penton. He dribbles away from it. Now he dribbles right side. He's going to pop a three-pointer that's up and good. As I believe Habermill hit knees with one of the defenders. Vermilion doesn't realize there's no time left in the quarter as they slowly dribbled the ball up the court. And that's the end of the quarter. So 53-29 is the score as we head to the fourth quarter. Vermilion with the lead. We'll be back with fourth quarter action right here on the all-new WEOL.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy.
This month, get 0% on all 2025 Ford F-150s, including Lightning, regular cabs, super cabs, and Super Duties, plus all Explorers and Escapes.
Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, Cavs radio voice. Recently, we had some trees removed. So again, singing the praises of EcoTree Services. In a few hours, EcoTree had removed the unsightly trees, cleaned the debris, and opened the area for a new fence. I can't say enough good things about the people at EcoTree. I've used them several times, always thrilled with their work. If you have trees that require pruning or need to be removed, contact EcoTree, a local business that deserves your business. They've earned mine. Go to ecotreeservices.com.
And welcome back to fourth quarter action time here at Vermilion High School, where the Vermilion Sailors are all over the Open Door Patriots. 53-29 is the score as we go into the final stanza here. Michael Keefe, Jared Kozar on the call, Dave Rydell running the camera, and Jared, just an overall impressive performance by this Vermilion Sailors team.
Yeah, Open Door comes in a little bit undermanned, maybe overmatched by Vermilion, but Vermilion is, there's a such thing as taking what the defense gives you, and that's what they've done, really, as far as this goes. They've played great defensively and making things hard on Open Door.
Open Door gets a wide-open three-point look to start the fourth quarter that is missed by Coughlin. Oxoy gets the rebound. We're going to quickly get the ball down to Gerber, who's going to hit a two-pointer as his foot was on the line as he shot that one from left baseline. But it goes in nonetheless. That'll make it 55-29. Coughlin with the basketball for Open Door. They find a way to get it left side to Bendick. Bendick gets it back to Coughlin. Coughlin tries to drive baseline. The ball's taken away. And they're going to get it to Penton, who's streaking down the court. He's going to go up for a layup and put it in. And it's 57-29 Vermilion. Penton averages 7 points a game. That's his first bucket of this one. Coughlin's going to get a wide open three for Open Door. That's no good. Rebounded by Gerber, and Vermilion just still pushing the pace. Gerber's got it right side. He's going to swing it over to Oxoy. Oxoy's going to get it into the corner to Pinkerton. Gets it to Penton. Penton's got a wide open three-pointer that's up and no good. Rebounded by Gerber. Gerber backs his man in, turns and fires up a shot that's short. And the ball is ricocheted out of bounds off of Vermilion. And the Open Door Patriots will take over. Drake Hooks checks back in for Vermilion as Richardson takes a seat. 6:30 to go in the ball game. Vermilion with a 28-point lead, 57-29. I believe the Cavs call that the diff. Bendick has it left side, trying to get around Penton. Penton playing really good defense, though. He gives it to Coughlin. Coughlin left side. Swings it into the corner. They get it back up top to Bendick. Bendick trying to get into the lane, but he's going to get fouled by Noah Penton. Got a little handsy there. And 6:14 on the clock. It's going to be Open Door basketball baseline.
God, I tell you, my parents watch a lot of Cavs basketball, and they are not a fan of the diff. The diff's on TV. It's there at the arena wherever you go.
I mean, I can't be mad about not having to do math. And yes, I'm okay with saying it. There was a missed shot by Open Door. Gerber brings the ball down, flings up a shot that's no good, rebounded by Oxoy. He misses the putback, and Open Door grabs the rebound. Coughlin trying to quickly get it down the floor, but he picked his dribble up and dragged his foot. It's a travel, and Vermilion's going to get the ball back with 5:58 to go in the game.
They're old school enough, Mike. They give me if you can't do that kind of math, you don't even know what you're watching. Why are you watching it in the first place? And I'm like, okay.
Again, I'm willing to acknowledge all of this.
I get it from both parties.
I'm willing to accept my math deficiencies.
Yeah, I'm like, it's great. I can tell if they're up or down 8. That really helps me.
Another youngster checks in for Vermilion, the sophomore, Trey Colahan. Also impressive in the JV game. Gets his first action. Going to get the ball into Hooks, who's going to find Penton. Three-pointer from the left side, in and out. Hooks grabbing the rebound. He comes down with the offensive rebound. And now it's going to be Penton left side. They're going to get to Colahan in the left corner. Flings up a three. It's up and it's good. As Colahan, big smile on his face, the sophomore, drills a three-pointer to make it 60-29 Vermilion. Open Door with the basketball. They need a basket here, as the ball's going to get tipped up and out of bounds off of Vermilion, and it will be Open Door basketball still. Again, more full sail subs for the Sailors. Micah Smith sees his first action, and Luke Richardson back into the game. Pendick has got the basketball for Open Door. He's going to hit another three-pointer. All of a sudden, the three-pointer's starting to fall for Braden Bendick. It's going to be too late in this game, but that makes it 60-32.
Well, the philosophy for Kurt Habermill and company was he can't beat us on his own, and that's proven to be correct.
Going to be a three-point attempt up and no good for Vermilion, rebounded by Bendick. Bendick going to get the ball quickly down the floor, and they're going to just give it right back to him. Bendick, hesitation dribble, then drives baseline, pops a wide-open jumper from there. And Bendick, 5 quick points here, makes it 60-34. He's got 27 on the game. 4.5 minutes to go. Pinkerton gets it over into the corner to Smith. Smith back up top to Pinkerton. Oxoy is going to have a three-point attempt that is in and out. Oxoy could not hit. It's going to be rebounded Open Door. Open Door bringing the ball down the court. It's going to be a big block as Pinkerton got back and blocked Swagalak's layup attempt. And now Vermilion with the basketball, top of the key. They get it to the inside. Colahan puts the ball up and in on a nice feed by Pinkerton. Colahan with 5 points here in the fourth quarter, and it's 62-34. Open Door with it, top of the key. They're swinging the ball around to the outside. Swagalak couldn't hang on to the basketball. It goes out of bounds, and Vermilion gets it back with 3:49 to go in the game.
Colahan's got the look of a guy, Mike, that just, he's out there doing his job, and if he can bother you a little bit, it makes him happy. You can see, a look of elation on his face, like, yeah, I made you feel uncomfortable. It wasn't necessarily that I scored or that I stopped you, but I made you think twice.
They work the ball into Richardson. Richardson gives it to Oxoy. Oxoy gets it inside to Colahan, who couldn't hang on to the pass. And it goes out of bounds. He's got the look of a certain other guy with the last name Colahan, who's sitting on the Vermilion bench.
Ran into him earlier. Always good to catch up with Brett.
Brett Colahan, a heck of a guy, heck of a human. The Colahan family just a really good family there. So it's cool to see father and son coach. We had a basket there as Caleb Woods scores his first basket, the freshman, to make it 62-36. Oxoy went in for a layup. He missed it. Now it's a fight for the rebound. Colahan comes in. He gets a look after a rebound. He misses it. And now it's Open Door swinging the ball down the floor as they were looking at Swagelak, and he could not hang on to the basketball. It goes out of bounds. Back to Vermilion with 3 minutes to go in the game.
You really don't have a choice to compete if you're in the Colahan family. It's a prerequisite.
You will do it. That is correct. Here's the big man, Richardson, going to fire a three for Vermilion. It's off the rim, and it goes up and over the backboard out of bounds. As Puglios is going to check back in for Open Door. 2:53 to go in the game. 62-36 is the Vermilion lead. As Vermilion's going to continue their hot streak. Open Door is going to leave Vermilion still looking for their first win of the season. Swagelak has it top of the key, swings it over to the left side. You'll notice no Braden Bendick out there. Puglios has it left side. He's dribbling, gets the ball to Swagelak in the corner, back up top to Puglios. Open Door just passing the ball around. Coughlin's got it. Puglios left wing, dribbles into the middle. He's going to get the ball slapped away from him and out of bounds off of Oxoy. Good defensive play there. 2:19 to go. It's Open Door basketball under the hoop.
Yeah, part of this, I think, as Alan Jaduzi, he wants to see what he's got when Bendick's not on the floor. How are these guys going to react and share the ball with each other?
Well, Vermilion's going to steal the ball away after the inbounds. They're going to get the ball down to Colahan, who's wide open for a layup, and he's going to hit it. And, man, Trey Colahan didn't play until the fourth quarter. He's got 7 quick points. 64-36 is the lead for Vermilion. Wide open jump shot coming for Open Door. It's no good. Rebounded by Richardson, and Vermilion's got it again. Smith with it. Brings it up to the middle, gets it to Oxoy. Oxoy, the left-handed shooter. Euro steps his way into the lane and puts the ball in. It's Batu Oxoy. His first field goal of the game makes it 66-36. Clock down to a minute and a half in this one. Puglios has the basketball for Open Door on the right wing. Dribbles up to the top as he's being harassed by Trent Garcia. Garcia fouls Puglios, and it'll be Open Door basketball. A little confusion on the substitutions here for Open Door. And now we get the right guys in there. As the ball is inbounded. Nico Puglios dribbles to the top of the key, gives it to Swagelak, back to Puglios, left side. And they get it to the middle. As Open Door just looking for anything, and this is going to be a steal for Colahan. Gets it to Oxoy. Oxoy dribbles right side, spin move. Now he drives up the middle, flings it up a little bit out of control, and we're going to get a foul called against Vermilion. As man, oh man, what a move Oxoy just made there to get into the lane, but then just couldn't kind of control his body. Flung the ball off the backboard, and then Vermilion commits a foul on the rebound.
Covered a lot of ground, maybe too much ground, but
Fair.
I think they might let that one slide given what the differential is.
66-36. We're under a minute to go in this one. 45 seconds to be exact. Open Door with the basketball. Passing it around. Puglios has it, top of the key. They are just looking to get any kind of bucket. Hanrahan back to Puglios. Puglios going to turn it over. It's Colahan. He has got 2 guys trying to stop him, but he's going to put it up and in, and he gets fouled. A steal and a bucket. He took on 2 defenders, and he put it in. And it might be a 30-point game, but the exciting plays like that always get you going. And there's a proud dad sitting on the bench getting a little bit of razz there from his fellow coaches after watching what his son just did.
A little bit, and you see a smile from Brett Colahan when he greets you when you walk in the door, and then the smile goes away when he goes to that bench. It's all business, but he's cracking one there. His boy had a full head of steam there and made it count.
How about 10 fourth quarter points for Trey Colahan? 15 seconds to go in this one. Open Door with the basketball as they are just kind of dribbling it out. Down under 10 seconds. Still really good defense being played by Vermilion. Clock down to 6 as the ball is tipped out of bounds by Oxoy, and with 4 seconds to go, Open Door will inbound it. We'll see if they get another shot off. What an outing for the Vermilion Sailors. As on the inbounds, a nice move there by Open Door, but the shot was missed, and that'll do it. The Vermilion Sailors with a very impressive outing. They come away with the victory. Final score, 69-36. Vermilion with the win. We'll be back with the post-game show, stats and analysis, and so much more right after this on the all-new WEOL.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we offer the greatest customer experience around, plus upfront, no haggle pricing and great deals. Right now, lease the 2025 GMC Sierra for just $339 a month. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Are you undecided about your future and overwhelmed by the options? Well, don't worry, you're not alone. Lorain County Community College has helped thousands of students just like you find their future career. From short-term training programs to transfer options all the way to bachelor degrees, our programs are designed to set you up for future success. Lorain County Community College, your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about EcoTree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted EcoTree. They did an incredible job. The folks at EcoTree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me. When your trees need attention or even require removal, contact EcoTree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find EcoTree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we offer the greatest customer experience around, plus upfront, no haggle pricing and great deals. Right now, lease the 2025 GMC Sierra for just $339 a month. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
And welcome into the post-game show where the Vermilion Sailors put on a show as they take down the Open Door Patriots. Final score 69-36. Michael Keefe, Jared Kozar here in the perch at Vermilion High School. Dave Rydell behind the camera, and Jared, just a little bit, everything goes right. There's not a lot, I don't think, that Coach Kurt Habermehl is going to go into the locker room and scream and yell about in this game. His boys, tremendous effort. Even when they got up big, the defensive effort never waned, and they come away with a big victory over the Patriots from Open Door.
Yeah, I think he's going to be pretty excited about this one, and a lot of good things that have happened. Certainly a quick start for his ball club, and it maintains that level of intensity here with a big win over Open Door. They never let Open Door off the hook. That was a big thing, I think. When you think you have a lead like that, you can maybe get a little bit of complacent. That never happened defensively throughout, and talked about it in the fourth quarter. Fresh faces came in, contributed right away, did exactly what they were supposed to do, executed just like the game plan was drawn up had they started that contest. So, yeah, pretty good continuity.
Jared, you're working on scores and stats, team stats. Let me get you some scoring stats, though. And for the Open Door Patriots, they were led by their primary scorer. He came in averaging 24 points a game, and he got 27 in this one. Braden Bendick really turned it on in the second half as he scored 19 points in the second half. Otherwise, in the scoring column, Titus Hanrahan with 4 points. Nikos Poulios and Caleb Woods each had 2 points, and then Liam Coughlin had 1. In the quarter-by-quarter scoring, Open Door was 6 in the first, 6 in the second, 17 in the third. They actually outscored Vermilion in the third quarter, but then only 7 in the fourth quarter to get them to 36 points. On the other side of things, a lot more guys got in the action, but they were led by their leading scorer. Came in averaging 17 points per game. He had 14 at the half. He only had 4 in the second half, but it's all he needed. as Brock Myers was great in this game. 18 for Brock Myers in this one. Then following him, Jeremiah Lopez started off the bench, but he was really a contributor in the scoring column. 12 points for Lopez. You had a couple guys with 10 as Adam Gerber, once he got his three-point shot going, he wound up hitting a few threes, winds up with 10 points. And then how about Trey Colahan? Off the bench, the young kid, the sophomore, comes in. He averages 3 points per game. He got 10 all in the fourth quarter. So that was a fun thing to watch for Trey Colahan. Elsewhere in the scoring, 5 points for Mason Cooper. We had 4 points for Luke Richardson, played himself a heck of a ball game. 3 points for Batu Aksoy, lots of energy from that kid. 2 points for Noah Penton, and 1 for Luke Habermail. That is the individual scoring. Quarter-by-quarter scoring goes like this. 12 for Vermilion in the first quarter, 26 in the second quarter. That really blew it open. 15 in the third quarter, and they wrap it up with 16 in the fourth quarter to finish off this 69-36 victory. Jared, you got team stats and scores.
Certainly do. For the Open Door Patriots, again, still looking for that first win of the 2025-26 campaign. They finished the ball game 14 of 35 from the field for a 40% mark, 4 of 8 at the charity stripe, 12 rebounds for the contest, 17 turnovers. They cut down on some of those turnovers in that second half of play, but just picking up the pieces, trying to put some things together are the Open Door Patriots as they search for that elusive first victory of the season. For the Vermilion Sailors, 30 of 64 from the field, 47% on the evening, 3 of 6 at the line, 38 rebounds. Again, we talked about it throughout, a pretty big advantage inside. They executed and they pressed that advantage into that second half as well. 12 turnovers for the Vermilion Sailors. Maybe Kurt Habermill says that might be an area where he could clean up a little bit. But again, sometimes with a large lead as they had throughout most of the second quarter and then on the rest of the game, that becomes a little bit easier said than done. So, but looking good for the Vermilion Sailors here as they win it tonight 69-36. Elsewhere, some finals that we can pass along to you in the Lorain County League. Brookside 62, Wellington 45. Larry Babix and company keep on rolling. This one might be, I don't want to say a shocker because Columbia was at home. They're playing tough, but they hold a very good, explosive Keystone team to 39 points.
Wow.
48-39. Columbia emerges victorious over at the Raider Dome. It was Oberlin getting the better of Clearview 47-43 in overtime. SWC Olmsted Falls knocks off Avon 55-41. Amherst and Avon Lake went to overtime, tied at 62. That one currently in the extra frame right now. And Berea Mid-Park all over Midview, 84-56, a final there. And those are the finals that we have to bring you right now. You want to get the rest of those in the Chronicle Telegram e-edition tomorrow. You want to check up online, access that e-edition, and it'll get you all the finals from here, there, and everywhere throughout Lorain County and beyond this evening. It was a pretty loaded high school slate.
Sure was. Speaking of loaded high school slates, again, nobody covers these games like WEOL does, so if you want to catch our other cage matchups. Here's the schedule for the week. We've got a girls' cage matchup. You will be at Keystone tomorrow with Rob Polinsky. Firelands at Keystone. The girls taking each other on there at Keystone. That's 7 p.m. tomorrow. And then Firelands at Keystone boys on Friday. You will be there as well. So you're hanging out at Keystone the rest of the week, and you're hanging out with Rob Polinsky the rest of the week as you guys are going to have just a great time calling Firelands at Keystone, both the girls tomorrow, the boys on Friday.
It's the Keystone connection there with Rob and I for the girls game, and then again on Fridays, you mentioned the boys contest. Looking forward to both those matchups, and then the Nick Abraham Saturday Sports wrap-up show on Saturday. Can't get away from him. I'll have to bring my $4. And if one thing is sure and certain, we know what I got to do Saturday morning. There's no other way around it. I can't avoid that one.
Don't. You're going to get me in trouble. All right, that's going to do it for us. This has been a great time. Last order of business, just to give out our thank yous. Thanks to the good folks here at Vermilion for getting us set up. What a fun time we had watching the JV kids and then calling this varsity game. So shout out to all the fine folks here at the athletic department and at the schools of Vermilion. Big shout out to our sponsors tonight, Nick Abraham Buick GMC and Nick Abraham Elyria Ford at Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. Lorain County Community College, real education for good jobs. The Lorain Medina Rural Electric Cooperative, your touchstone energy partner. And by EcoTree Services, your complete Tree Care Company. Our last order of business is just to thank all of you that tuned in, whether you were listening at WEOL.com on the mobile app or whether you were watching on the YouTube channel, the Chronicle Telegram's YouTube channel. We thank you. We appreciate your support, and we love that you join us for these high school sports, all this high school sports action all year round. Again, the final score here, Vermilion 69, Open Door 36. Vermilion moves to 5-1. Open Door still looking for their first victory. We'll see as the season goes on if they can get it. For Dave Rydell, who is running the camera for Jared Kozar, I am Michael Keefe saying thank you for joining us. We'll talk to you for the next game. Until then, as always, cheers, everybody.